We are honored tonight to be able to recognize the work that they do day in and day out in our community to ensure that every resident in San Francisco, whether they're experiencing homelessness or not, has the dignity, resources, and access to all of the amazing things that San Francisco has to offer. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart and from the club and from everybody in this room. Thank you for carrying this work on day in and day out in our communities and for our most vulnerable people who are living on the street every day. And we appreciate you and thank you so much. So that being said, we will welcome the amazing leaders here to talk about what they're doing.
Yay!
Right there. My stylist at work. All right. Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Jennifer Friedenbach. You know, it's a real pleasure for our organization to receive the Hank Wilson Activist Award. We've worked really closely with Hank while he was alive for years, and we really appreciate how he approached the struggle with so much heart. And so we feel really privileged. You know, we do this work hard, we do this work long, and sometimes against all odds, we even do it and win. We do it because when we walk into shelters, when we go to encampments, to drop-in shelters, to everywhere homeless people congregate, we see just how grueling life is for people without a home. We see how most people out there are queer, are people of color, are people with disabilities, are women, are youth, are elders. We see how many people die prematurely to violence, to suicide, to homelessness itself. We work hard to ensure these same folks are at the forefront of the struggle, that their voices are heard and that they are enabled the self-determination to overcome the very many wrongs our city, our state, and our country have forced them to endure. And they endure lies, assumptions, prejudice. They endure hard, cold concrete. They endure police repression. They endure hatred beyond comprehension. They endure being kicked when they're down, and when they're in need, they endure closed doors and tight faces. Still, through all that, they rise up and struggle.
Lisa Marie, yay!
Over the past year, homeless people have been the visible reminder of how insecure we really are. The very face and consequence of mass displacement have been symbolized in the many tents that we see across this city.
Right.
In January, the city displaced homeless people to make room for the city to spend millions to host a Super Bowl party, and then force people over to Division Street, and San Franciscans, housed and homeless alike, rose up and fought back.
Right. Yeah.
San Franciscans of all stripes protested when the city went in the most inhumane way possible and cleared out the Division Street encampment that they forced them to go to. San Franciscans have been rising up like never before. This work, this hard work I spoke of earlier, has created the conditions where we as a city could finally resolve the greatest injustice we face. We have deep data, we got broader understanding that enforcement will not solve homelessness here nor across the country. We have forged revenue measures that are going to be on this ballot. We've crafted plans to end homelessness through housing. We have tremendous opportunity to truly solve homelessness. This city will be facing huge choices in November. We have not one but two anti-homeless measures.
Right.
One is so cynical as to be called housing not tents. It literally makes my stomach churn. Okay? Removing tents with only one night of shelter is not housing. Forcing city outreach workers to remove that tent is an awful idea.
Yeah.
And the other measure would permanently set aside police to respond to homelessness, setting in stone a failed criminalization effort that we, for some reason, keep repeating. You know, we're standing on a cliff today, and this city, with a whole lot of work from everyone in this room, we can grow some wings, we can fly high in the air, or this city can really fall.
Yeah.
And we must have the courage, and we gotta force our electeds, many of them who are in this room right now, to have the courage to stand up for the most hated members of our city. They cannot be shy about this. They can't worry about how it will look.
Right, right.
They can't play political games with our most destitute members.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? We can't let them. We cannot. So I want to thank you, the Harvey Milk Club. You are amazing. You have been amazing. You have been such side by side in our struggle, and we deeply appreciate this, and thank you for the support. And every man, woman, and child must have a safe and decent place to call home. Thank you very much.
All right, and now to introduce the community ally award, please welcome former
Lisa.